Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to add the best horror AI possible. This is the best horror AI because it's free. It has different AI types like raycasting, weeping angel, and blind, all for free. So yeah, this is horror AI plus. It took me quite a few weeks, like a month maybe, to make this. So yeah, what you want to do is, this video will be split into different parts. It will be sectioned on YouTube too, so you can check each like section. It will be like horror AI plus, and then general, movement, AI, sound, debug. And then there'll also be a kill player plus, general player settings. And there'll also be a download slash packages one, or whatever I'll call that one. So yeah, you can skip to different parts easily to see what you missed or whatever. So what you want to do is go down to the description, join my Discord server, verify, go to scripts. It'll be the first one, and most likely be the first one. Do not get the best horror slash monster AI. If it says outdated here, then don't get that. That's just an old version. Get the horror AI plus. Get that one. Download the package. Download the newest package, since I might do more versions. But for now, this is the first version I'm releasing. If there's a newer version, get the newer version. So yeah. Then what you want to do is import the package into Unity. You should have a horror AI plus folder. Just leave it there for now. Then what you're going to need is PHOTON, PHOTON VR, and PHOTON plus. I mean, not PHOTON plus, PHOTON voice. This is a PHOTON based script, obviously. You also need the navigation, the AI navigation package. So go to Window Package Manager, go to Unity Registry, search up AI navigation. Get the installed package if you don't already have it, or update it. Yeah. Then what you want to do is get your map. Your map should have a floor and walls. Your floor should always be separated from your walls, because it makes stuff easier. If I find it easier to bake stuff and actually make the floors work. If they don't work when baking, then I don't know. Then I don't really know much about this AI navigation thing. So yeah. Anyway, what you want to do is go to the floor, add nav mesh surface, press just bake, and that's all. It should bake. Or if you have the old version, like some people do, go to Window AI. You should have a bake option here, and just press bake. Go to bake and press bake. I think that also works. If it doesn't, then I don't know, because I've not used that old version in like ages. But yeah. Then what you want to do is create an empty, call it monster, whatever you want to call it. Add this horror AI plus script. Okay, so I forgot also to say that in Unity you can also add a you should add your monster under the empty that you made. So it should be empty with the script and then your monster model. So yeah. I like to drag that to the top. Let me just do that quickly. Create empty, call it monster, or whatever you want to call it. Make sure it's in the map on the same level as the AI, as the blue. If you turn gizmos on up here, or it might look like this for you. Let me just do that. It might look like that for you. There's a little ball thing which is called gizmos. Turn that on. Let me just quickly get that back. Okay. Then put the thing somewhere around here. You can play with the settings of the height of the monster radius, depending how fat it is. I don't know. But yeah. So then what you want to do is drag nav mesh agent into here. Do not change any of the speed settings, anything here. just most likely radius and height, and also base offset if you have to offset that. That's all you're gonna have to change. Photon view, keep it as fixed, unreliable on change, and photon transform view, keep it as edit is. You don't need scale, since you're probably not gonna have your monster like scaling up and down for some reason. Then what you want to do is in player tag, create a tag up here, press add tag, press the little plus button and name the tag whatever, then press save. Let me just press save, add the tag. I would recommend calling it chase or like body, whatever. I call it chase. It makes much more sense than any other tag. Add the tag there. Then what you want to do is go down to resources, Photon VR player, create a capsule inside of the player, of the body or the head. Do not do it anywhere else, it's only the body or the head. Create a capsule, you don't have to name it anything, you can if you want to. Turn mesh renderer off. Actually, before you do that, make sure it's like the correct size of the player. It can be a little bit bigger, it can also be a little bit smaller. This just depends. This just makes the hitbox bigger for the player. So like if it's this big and like the player's behind a wall, the AI might be able to see it because the hitbox is that big. But if you just make it as just a little bit bigger than the player, I guess this is how I keep it, then yeah, that's good. Turn mesh renderer off, do is trigger on, tag the chase tag that you've made. Layer, I also making a layer called chase or whatever you called your tag, or have a trigger or like a no collide thing. It's just so that the player can't collide with this, because sometimes it can, but this just prevents it from happening. And what you want to do is go back to Hurry Eye Plus, and yeah, movement. Oh my god, movement. You've got wander speed, which is just how fast it walks around. Let me just delete that. How fast it walks around. Chasing speed. Chasing speed is how fast it chases the player. Waypoints is just the waypoint system that you probably always usually use. Let me just turn these back on. What you want to do is create a new empty, call it points, create other empties. Let's say for this point, create it so that the monster can actually get to the point, because if it's too high, it might get stuck in one place, like under the point, because it won't be able to get to it. Or don't make it too low, because again, it just won't able to get to it. So make it somewhere around on the blue path. Scatter them around your map. Don't make too many, but also don't make too less. Then go back to Horror AI Plus, press the little lock button here, select all your points and drag them into waypoints like this, and then all the waypoints should automatically add. Go back. Minimum distance or min distance is basically it will not go to any of these points within that distance. Max distance, I'll increase that to 40. Max distance is basically it will only go to the points within that distance. This just makes the AI a bit more smarter. It won't walk around like it won't go to the same points every 2 seconds and then just be stuck basically in like one spot. Waypoint cooldown is just if it goes to like one of the waypoints, it won't go to that waypoint for another whatever seconds. You can set that to whatever you want. You can set it to 0 if you don't want it at all. Then what you have, this is the same for random. Random just makes the thing move around randomly. Same again with minimum distance, won't go anywhere inside that. Max distance, it will not go outside that distance but somewhere between there. Then you've got the smart AI settings. Basically what it does, let me just quickly show you. Wait till it. Okay, so as you can see, it spawned a little pink circle. Basically what it will now do is not go into that circle for another 15 seconds. That's the history duration. Max recent points is basically the max amount of these points that you will that it will spawn. These do despawn after a certain amount of time, well, history duration. So basically it just stops the AI from running around in a circle, like in one spot. Like you just could run around inside that sphere, let's say, just run around and just be really stupid. So that's why it just clarifies the AI so that it doesn't move around inside there. Max recent points, so that's just the max recent points. Minimum distance from recent is basically how far it will go away from the distant, how far away I have to go for it to make another one of these balls. So yeah, you can set that to whatever you want. I don't care. AI, you've got these AI settings now. So basic is just the basic AI that you probably already used. Detects you through walls no matter what. Yeah, you can change the chase radius. As you can see, chase radius, change that. You can also turn detect through walls off. Then you need wall layers. So click on your walls, do layer, add layer, call it wall or whatever. I recommend calling it wall, and then add that as you, and then to do nothing, and then do as a wall layer. Or like your glass layers, whatever. Then you've also got chase duration, is basically when the player's outside this like circle, it'll still chase the player for another that seconds. Max chase time is just basically it will only chase a player for this amount of time. Basically after 15 seconds it'll just get bored and walk away. You also have enable hearing, which just basically allows the AI to also hear. So you've got walk to noise radius, which is this green circle. If it hears a noise within this circle, it will just walk to the noise, not chase any players. Run to noise, the circle is this yellow one. If it hears a noise within this, it will also run to the noise. And then, yeah, obviously if you get within that detection range, you'll start chasing the player. Sound block layers, you can have this as your wall layer, but then I feel like that just disables the hearing basically, because if it's going to be in a tight space, then it won't really be able to hear players then, which then there'll be really no point. So yeah, I would just keep this as nothing, but again, you can set this as your wall layer, I don't mind. Then you've got normal, which is your raycasting. Again, you've got enable hearing, I don't need to explain that. Detection shape, you've got cone, box, and line. Cone, I guess you can use this for more of like a vision type thing. You can set this to whatever you want. FOV angle is just the angle of the FOV. As you can see, I wouldn't set it too high, but yeah. Box, same with box. Actually, wait, cone, you can set like the offset and stuff, and yeah. Box, just basically same with box. You can change the box size. I don't know why you want to use this. This is just kind of really weird. I just added this because why not? Same with offset, rotation, yeah. Let me just set these back to what they were. Line is just the same thing. This is just, I think this is the best option, but you can choose, it's line or cone. I think those are the best. View distance, also again, just how far I can see. FOV angle, again, how far I can see. I like it as 100. Position offset is just the position offset again. Rotation offset to rotation again. You can make it look more down. Wall layers is just basically the wall layers. So you should add these unless you want the AI to see through walls, then set that as nothing. But if you want the AI to not see through walls, I think that's what you might basically want. Is just set this as your wall layer, and yeah, I'll keep this on everything. So yeah, then you've got chase duration, max chase time. I already said what these were. Weeping Angel. Basically, when the player looks at the AI, it'll stop, not move. When it looks away, it will run really quickly to the player again. So I recommend making the movement like a bunch faster, because that's how Weeping Angels are. So if you don't want it networked, just go open player, go to the really good Gorilla player, drag in main camera into main camera. Camera detection radius is just basically if it's within that radius, it'll check if the camera is looking, well, if you are looking at the AI, and if the AI or monster is visible, then it'll stop. You could set this to a lower amount. It depends how much of a distance you want it. If you have like fog, then yeah, but you can also set this to like 1,000. But then it might also constantly check if it's if the player is looking at the AI on the monster, which could lag your game. So yeah. Player detection radius is just basically when you're within this radius, then it'll start chasing the player or you. Yeah. Wall layers, again, it's just the wall layers that it will detect it through or will it not. All that. This is just for the camera really. The AI can't detect you through walls. So yeah, but this is just for the camera, I think. So set that to wall layer, and yeah. If you want it networked, what you want to do is go into player, go to camera. Actually no, you create a camera in your head. You make sure this is in head. Create camera, do clipping planes at 0.01, keep field of view at 60. Far, keep it maybe as like 500, I would say. I mean, you could keep it as 1,000, but depends up to you. It might like your game if you have it more. Do post-processing off, render shadows off, opaque texture, depth texture off. This just reduces lag, really. What else? Oh yeah, scroll all the way down, target display, do like display like 8 or 7, so that it doesn't like mess up the stuff when you're in game view, because it might change to this view instead of the other one. Yeah, then what you want to do is go back, and every player, so any player that looks at the monster will make the AI stop. So you could have one player just stare at the monster and have every other player just beat the game. But yeah, camera detection radius, same thing. Player detection radius, same thing. Wall layers, same thing. Blind, again, this is just like the hearing zones. The AI just can't see you, it will only run. So you got walk to noise, again, green, it'll just walk to the noise. Run to noise, I think that's also when it starts chasing the player. But as soon, I think, as soon as you're outside this run to noise detection radius, it will stop chasing you, as it just doesn't know where to go because it's blind, obviously. So again, sound block layers is the same thing. I would recommend having it off, but you can also have walls if you want to. So yeah. Now we're on to sounds. So you can enable all these sounds or disable them, depends if you want to use them. Footsteps, just quickly. So footsteps, create an audio source, call it footstep audio source, do play on awake off, loop off. You can do spatial blend as 3D, and volume, whatever the volume what you want it to be, and also do 3D sound settings, do linear roll off, and then choose your max and minimum distance that you want the thing to be hearable, the footstep to be hearable. Play around with these settings, I don't know. Yeah. Assign it to the audio source. Footstep sounds, it's just most likely gonna be your like hit sounds. It depends. If it's like dirt, then do dirt. If it's like concrete, whatever. Wander footstep interval is basically when it's wandering around. Every seconds, it's gonna like play the sound or play a sound. So you're gonna need to sync it up with your animation, because everyone's animation is different, so it's just different timing. Yeah. Chase footstep interval should be lower than the first one. This is just basically every 10 seconds it'll play the sound, so this should be lower so that it's faster. Minimum speed for footsteps, basically it's how fast the AI should be going for the thing to be playing, because there might be a point where the AI just like moves in one place, or for whatever reason maybe gets stuck, or runs into a wall. You don't want the thing to be playing unless it moves like that speed. So yeah. Onto enable Growl. Again, create audio source. Again, same distance. All these same thing as footstep, basically. You could have like, so this, what it does is basically the monster just randomly growls every 3 to 5 seconds or whatever you set these as. And also you also have growl only when wandering. So if you turn this on, it'll only do the growling when it's just wandering around. If it's chasing, it won't do it. If you keep this off, then it will also growl whilst chasing a player. But I don't know, you do whatever with that. Detection sounds. Basically, this is a sound where it'll like full on scream, like the monster will like scream when it sees a player. You can again create audio source, do whatever, assign it. And a detection sound cooldown is just a cooldown between the detection sound, because it might play, if you have this on 0, I think what it does is whilst chasing the player, it'll just keep playing the sound, which might be a bit broken. So keep that as like a 10, but yeah, depends what you want to do. Enable chase loop is just like this chase loop sound, like this eerie like maybe sound when you're getting chased. You don't need this. Again, audio source, that, and then loop sound. It's just like a it's just like a, you guys know what I mean, right? It's just like when you're getting chased, it's like a creepy sound playing. So chase fade in, speed is just the fade in speed and fade out speed. So yeah. Debug. There's just lots of different debug settings. You can just turn gizmos off, you can turn certain gizmos off, you can change certain colors. These colors only pop up if you can actually see them. So if you can see, if I change to normal, these change to FOV boundary color and all that. If I add hearing, it will allow me to change the hearing color. So yeah, you can change the colors and everything to your liking. Right, now what you want to do is under it, in the empty game object that you created, create either a sphere or a box or a cube. Size it to like a bit bigger than the monster. Do each trigger, do layer as like a no collide or trigger collider. A trigger layer. Add the script kill player plus. It should add a photon view. Again, keep it as fixed and unreliable on change. Then what you want to do is do horde AI plus, assign it to that. Gorilla player, assign that to that. Then you got player tags, which you're gonna need. So in right hand you should have hand tag, and in gorilla player, actually no, open main camera, capsule, do tag player, layer again as like a no collide or a trigger, and have each trigger off though. Right hand should have each trigger though, and a tag hand tag. These just basically help detect what to like kill. Yeah. So just keep these there. I don't think you will have to add anything else for this. Required chasing. This is just, it will only kill if it's chasing the player. If you can turn this off, so that if the player just runs into the monster behind it, then it will still kill it. Kill cooldown is just the cooldown for killing the player. no, killing a player actually, sorry. You can set this to 0 if you don't want it, but you can keep as 3. Then you've got target clearing, which then keep this on, because what it does is makes the monster not chase the player after killing the player. Because if you turn this off, it'll kill the player and go chase after it again. So keep that on. Player immunity duration is basically like a immunity thing, so the player won't be able to be killed by the monster again for another 5 seconds or whatever. You can also set that as 0. Player settings, jump scare, you can have it, you can not have it, I don't know. Create an empty game object in Gorilla Player, or in main camera actually, if you want to follow the camera. Let me just show you it. Create a cube, make it flipped inside out, so you can use either Pro Builder or Blender. Make sure to have colliders off. Add an audio source and add your monster model in here with an animation, like, you know, killing the player, I guess. Yeah, you should know how to set up a jump scare. Just add a monster with an animation, and an audio source of the monster, like screaming at the player, and yeah. Go back to kill, assign that jump scare. Jump scare duration is just how long the jump scare will be. Respawn point, set that to create an empty game object again, nowhere in the AI or the monster or the player, just somewhere else. TP point, make sure it's a little bit in the air, because if it's down here, the jump scare box will get intercepted and it'll just look really weird when you see the ground and like half the thing. So make the player stay in the air for a bit, and then it will drop the player. So locomotion layer, keep this as default unless you have any other layers. So go to Gorilla Player. If you have any other layers in here, then check them, which layers you have, and then go back to kill. Locomotion layer, do any layer that you have, but I think it's just default. Locomotion enable delay, keep it at 0.1, or you can make it as long as the jump scare. That's just your choice. Disable gravity drawn kill, keep that on, because that's what keeps the player in the air for a bit. So yeah. Gravity enable delay, make this a smaller number, because for some reason for me, well, I guess for me, what it does, it disables the jump scare, and then even if I have the same number as 5, it won't drop the player straight away. So you may either make it a smaller number or a bigger number, I don't know, it depends what you want to do. Kill settings, so this basically, if you want, is making the kill networked. So basically what that means is, basically, if you turn this on, you should have your default monster model, assign it. You should also have a killing monster like animation. Also assign that, but keep it disabled. So basically when it catches a player, it will stop, it'll make the AI stop, do the killing animation of a player, and then it'll unfreeze and start chasing again. So if you want to network the kill, or have an animation of a monster killing the person, then you can do that by doing this. Kill monster model, this is a bit more advanced, so if you don't know how to do this, how to make an animated thing, then don't do this. If you know how to do it, then go ahead, do it. Kill model duration is just for how long the kill model will be on for, so just make it a bit, maybe like a 0.12 seconds longer than the animation, or like the same exact timing as the animation. Stop chasing duration, make this longer than the animation by like 0.2 seconds. This is just the duration for how long the AI will stop chasing. And yeah, that is all for Horror AI Plus and Kill Player Plus. I hope you like it. If you have any errors, whatever, DM me on Discord or comment down below. And yeah, I hope you guys have a nice day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.